Ah, the girls in France. They wear no. Yeah, well, what we got here is a cute little budding globalist with dreams of working for an international conglomerate corporation of happy little globalist corporations. Yeah, so I try to bust her bubble. I doubt if anything I say will stick with her, because what she's studying for and what she's going after is, I can't make a dent in. I mean, she may come to see it one day when the Macron's tanks really do run over her own people. Maybe then something I said today will take heart. But nice woman from France studying law. And if you like these kind of foreign affairs that I'm doing out there, then hit the like button. If you care, you share. And if you haven't already subscribed, do. And then if you have subscribed, well, subscribe again because, they knock subscribers off as they will do. And if you really can care, well, then, you contribute, put something in the kitty at my PayPal account, Badass Uncle Sam 76 at Gmail. And what I'd really like you to do is go purchase one of my items, one of my designs, come with a trigger back guarantee at badassunclesam.threadless.com. So you know what we're doing here? We're fighting a spiritual battle on a material plane. So if you can, help me out with some of that material stuff. So God bless you. Let's get on the streets. And here we are.
Not much, because I study here in California.
Ah, what are you studying?
Law.
Oh, okay. And you plan to practice back in France? I mean, you're practicing law here, but where are you going to practice law? What do you plan to do with that?
I studied law back in France, and now I'm doing a year abroad, and then I'm kind of going back to France. I'm doing like a dual degree in French law and American law.
Interesting. And what do you plan to do with that?
Basically work for law firms in France, that like English or American law firms, or for a French company in America or an American company in France.
And what is your take on the whole yellow vest protest and Macron and what's going on there? What is your feelings?
It's all a big mess. Like no one really understands what it's about. Like people have different struggles, and they're all kind of merged together. And it's hard to tell like what exactly everyone wants to do.
Well, the media, of course, seems to be pushing that the people were protesting against the tax hikes, on the fuel because of global warming.
Yeah. That's the starting point. But then after it became, it spread, and people just joined the movement. And it's hard to, they don't have any official speakers or anything, so it's hard to tell really.
Well, if I may, there's also, from what I've gathered, from some of the Yellow Vest spokespeople, is that it goes beyond that. It's more about going against the globalization that seems to be taking place.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. That's one of the points, but that's what I gathered from the movement is that it's about a lot more than just the increase in.
And what are your feelings on that?
About them? About the movement, or about what they're? Well,
both.
It's I don't know. I think it's important that these people are heard, because it shows that the government doesn't understand really its own people. So there is this huge like gap between the governed and the government.
Yes, yes.
So it's important that these people show what the problems are, like that this increase is going to be a huge problem for some families and stuff. But I think the problem is that they're breaking everything in some cities. In some cities it's going really peacefully, but in some cities it's become a huge mess, and so it's hurting their cause. Because people just see the messes that they're making.
Well, in a lot of instances, I think what you're going to find too is that people who would like to discredit the movement will place provocateurs in there to create damage, to make their yellow vests look bad. Now, I'm not saying that there might be some yellow vests that do overstep the bounds and do things illegally. But Macron calling out the armored vehicles and authorizing deadly force seems like a very dangerous step to take.
Yeah, I see your point. It's a lot of people have died. It's become ugly. So yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't know right now. Do you know if it's no? It's not dying down, right? It's still taking place right now.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but I think, and I think also some political movements are trying to appropriate the movement and take them to their cause. So it's all messy. Like people, the core of the message is not being heard. Like people are all saying different things based on what is happening, and different things are happening in different parts of France. So it's not a clear message. That's the problem.
But,
and I think the president's trying to address it, but it's not. I think the method is not good on either part.
You think he's trying to address it?
Yeah, I think he is, but I think he's just trying to get things to cool down.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's addressing it.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a choice but to
he actually took his acceptance in front of a large pyramid, signifying, you know what that signifies, and with the theme of the UN, you know. Not France, but that the UN theme behind it. So he is definitely projecting a globalist point of view.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's part of the reason why he was elected. Because it was pro-Europe.
And how do you feel about that?
I am pro-Europe.
So you're pro-Europe in what way? I mean, what about pro-France?
I think it doesn't have to be like opposite. Like you can be pro-France and pro-Europe.
Why not coexistence and be equal but separate?
Yeah. No, I think it's.
I mean, because when you start centralizing power, what you do is you take the decision-making farther and farther away from the individual. So that if you have, we're going to have an EU, like that makes it bigger. And anytime something gets bigger, then it becomes more centralized to a centralized power, taking again the power away from the individual. So, let's have a world government. Well, who's going to elect this world government? And then, with that kind of concentrated power, how much farther removed is the individual to the power-making decision?
Yeah, I see your point. I see.
I mean, do you ever remember? Every tyrant that has ever existed wanted world domination, a one-world government. Hitler, Mao, you name it. They all wanted to take over the world. So when you have elites, like you brought up, not listening to the people they govern, because you said that.
Yeah.
So as the power gets more removed from the individual.
No, I agree. I don't think he's not listening, though. I think he's just not understanding, because he doesn't really get it. He's taking time to be with the people, understand, listen, and gather information on the ground. But he doesn't understand. He has a bad communication and feeling with the people.
About that fact that he's taking his orders from the globalists, from the elites, and not giving really a damn about what the people are saying, and that's why he's bringing out the armored vehicles and saying, "You keep it up, we'll crush you."
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
Maybe. Yeah. I'm sorry, I gotta go because my friends are calling me, but
Okay, well, good luck with that, with your law practice. I hope you wind up succeeding and looking into this a bit more and paying a little bit more attention to the individuals against the power of the state.
okay.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.